You may be wondering what transition planning means. In this video, I'll be focusing on several topics regarding transition planning. As you take courses through high school, you'll learn about your different skills, strengths, and interests. And you'll see how those apply to a roadmap that is developed through your ARD meeting. This ARD meeting involves your parents, staff, teachers, and principals, and they look at those different skills and interests to develop a plan for you both during high school and beyond. This is actually both a federal and Texas law. The time frame on each of these laws vary depending on your age as you go through the programs. I'll be talking about these more in depth. Your transition plan includes a variety of different areas. For example, it includes your interests, your skills, your abilities, and these can continue to develop while you're taking courses through high school. It also helps you with your transition needs. For example, after you've finished high school, what is it that you want to do in the world? This can help you with that. It can also help you with your career goals, and for some of you, it will help with continuing education choices after you've graduated high school. As you've been involved in activities through high school, you're now about to exit into the real world. Here are some examples of options that are available to you. These are going to be based on your strengths, your preferences, and interests. Here are a few more. These are part of your transition services. The IEP law requires that transition services be established by the time that you are 16 years old and that annual goals are developed. This will help with your transition through assessments, training, education, employment, and independent living skills. Now we'll explain the transfer of rights at the age of majority. The age of majority means when you've turned 18 years old. If you're going to need to continue your IEP services, you're going to need to review and sign a release in order to do so. When you become 18, your rights should be explained to you regarding your IEP and transition services, and whether those rights will stay with you or transfer to someone else. After you've passed the age of 18, but you need to continue your education in high school, you can continue to do that under special planning through your school district. Understand that these services are only available until you're 22 years old. The Individualized Education Program team consists of you, your parents, counselors, principals, or a variety of others depending on your needs. The law says that you must be invited to participate in these meetings. If for some reason you cannot attend, you must consent to have a representative for you at these meetings. If you're over 18 years old, you must still plan to consent to someone who can represent you if you are unable to attend these meetings. The content of the Individualized Education Plan are the decisions that are made for your IEP depending on a variety of factors. For example, how much involvement are you going to have with the IEP to help with the planning for you once you get out of high school? Until you're 18, they decide how your parents are involved with the IEP planning process. After you're 18, it can then either be you yourself make your choices or your parents can continue to be involved. After you finish high school, you can decide what educational choices you want to attend, or if you'd rather go into a vocational field, you can do that as well. If you'd rather live on your own and independently and learn how to develop your independent skills, such as shopping, getting gas, and paying bills, that can be part of the content of your IEP as well. The Texas Education Code, called TEC, is a law that requires that transition planning begin when you are 14 years old. Now I'm going to show you the timeline of transition services. If you're 14 years old, here are the steps that are involved. When you're 16, here's what is involved. When you become 18, here's what is involved. After you've finished high school,